sa mga susunod pang panahon. So data are being presented in terms of list categories or classes among with the number of data that falls into each category. So magkakaroon po kasi tayo ng category or class interval na tinatawag natin. Okay? So parang magtatali lang tayo kagaya sa elections. So ang una-una natin gagawin kapag meron po tayong data, we're going to determine the value of the following: the lower score, or in short, LS, higher score, or HS, and the population size represented by N. So, pag nakuha na natin, identify na natin yung value ng lower score at saka higher score at saka kung ilan yung population, ay makukompute na po natin yung tinatawag nating range. So, range is the difference between the highest score and the lowest score. So, na-identify na natin sa number 1, yung highest and lowest score. So, pwede na nating mahanap yung value ng range. Okay? Step number 3, pag nahanap na po natin yung value ng range, ang kasunod po natin, so, meron na tayong ilang formula? So, isa pa lang. Pero na-identify na natin yung lower score at saka highest score. So, number 3, may another formula tayong malalaman. So, determine the number of class interval or class category desires. So, class interval is a groupings or category defined by the lower limit and the upper limit. So, sa bawat class interval, meron po tayong tinatawag na upper limit at saka lower limit. So, kung meron kang 6 na class interval, so, ibig sabihin, meron kang 6 na upper limit, meron kang 6 na lower limit. So, the ideal number of class interval is between 5 to 20. So, class interval is being computed as the square root of the number of data. So, kung ilan yung N natin o yung population natin, kukunin lang yung square root. So, if the computed value is non-integer, round up. So, ibig sabihin, kung ang na-compute mo ay decimal point o non-integer in short, round up to the next higher whole number. So, hindi po tayo round off ha, round up. Pag sinabi po natin round up, kahit ano pa po yung decimal point niya, lagi pong magdadagdag ng isa sa next higher number. Okay? So, kung 56.01, so automatic magiging 57 po yung sagot natin. So, ayan po yung formula natin. Class interval is equal to the square root of N. And then we have the frequency distribution, step number 4. So, pag nahanap na natin yung highest score, lowest score, makukuha na po natin yung range, tapos isusunod natin yung class interval. And then, ma-identify na po natin yung class size or class width. So, determine the class size or the class width of each class interval by dividing the range by the desired number of class interval. So, class size or class width is the width of the class interval. So, ang formula po natin para sa interval is R divided by CI. So, ang CI natin kanina, di ba yung class interval? So, nakuha na rin natin yung range. Ito yung nasa step number 2. So, okay? Yan. Then, in number 5 natin, set up the class interval using the lowest score as the starting point and the lower limit as the lowest class interval.